I try to keep a list on me at all times whenever I go shopping. It's funny though, because I always seem to forget something even if I make a list. Burgers, pizza, wings. I still love those types of things, but after watching documentaries, after doing thorough research about what those things could potentially do to your body, that's kind of shunned me away from that. The biggest thing is what animal products, red meats, even chicken as well. They have a lot of cholesterol, saturated fats, they're very calorie dense. So I started to make a real decision around January of 2018. I started to just kind of do little meal prep things every now and then and just try to experiment with a few things throughout that spring semester.
Well, you know, he came up to me earlier in the year and asked what my thoughts on being a vegan, because that's his route he was wanting to go. And, you know, to be honest with you, it's probably something we wouldn't recommend to a lot of our athletes, but it being Kelvin and as disciplined as he is, I said, okay, well, if this is something you want to do.
And I remember going to Charles probably about February and asking him, has he ever had a vegan athlete before? And he kind of looked at me with this funny look on his face.
He wanted to lean up a little bit, wanted to drop a little bit of body fat, and he'd been doing some reading himself, a little research on the side, knew some people that had had some success with it. It's not something that I typically recommend, but I'm not saying it's impossible, and you can do it. You just have to pay attention to the right things day in, day out.
We're tearing down their muscle tissue. In order for them to build that back up, they've got to replenish it with the right nutrients, from protein to carbohydrates and good fats. Wanted to make sure he didn't lose his lean muscle mass, switching his protein intake and making sure it's still high enough to rebuild his muscle and keep his energy levels up.
Obviously, following this kind of diet, you're at risk of some deficiencies in some areas purely from the food you're cutting out. And so the first thing is getting in enough calories. You know, typically these foods, they're high in nutrients, but they're lower in calories. So getting enough food in to support his training, his recovery, the adaptations to training, and then also, you know, the protein content too.
The end of last season, I got up to probably about 255 pounds. And I mean, that was just bad weight. That's another reason why I kind of delved into the plant-based diet. I was able to drop weight quick.
You know, we talk nutrition a lot with our players, and it's important to maximize each opportunity, not only in the weight room, not only in the practice field and the meeting rooms, but what are you putting in your body, you know, and how much sleep are you getting? And those are two things that, you know, a lot of athletes, you know, don't think a lot about, which is probably the most important things you can do.
At the beginning of January, I started to have a few doubts because as I was losing weight, I was also starting to lose a little bit of strength as well. So I was moving better, running better, feeling real good, but I wasn't as strong and as explosive as I was in the past.
Once you start cutting out different food groups, different macronutrients, you know, those kind of things, you kind of, again, leave yourself at risk of kind of getting sick, or, you know, if he has introduced him into the diet quickly, you know, he's going to struggle.
It was extremely hard. Once you sit down and really dig deep into nutrition, especially when you take away animal products from it, it becomes extremely hard to try to find certain types of nutrients, the antioxidants and the protein and the iron, the magnesium from plant-based products.
In the beginning, we text back and forth a lot, and honestly, for me, I've never really had an athlete under my direct supervision follow this kind of as closely or as committed as Kelvin has. So if anything, it kind of pushed me to be better. I was doing a lot of reading, digging up a lot of research, asking my mentors what their experiences with it were. You know, and from there, I was able to put him together some kind of guides, handouts.
I have stacks of note cards on the type of foods that I was eating. Includes calories, total fat, carbohydrates, protein, sodium, cholesterol. Throughout the summer I lived by them. Now I basically have a lot of them memorized, so I don't really have to look at them unless I gotta make some type of adjustments.
You know, I think he's just interested in nutrition as something that does interest him, so it, you know, was beneficial because he was willing to learn and willing to read and do some of the work himself as opposed to just kind of leaving it all to me.
I love health and fitness, anything that goes into health and fitness. I was probably about 12 or 13 years old when I had my first nutritionist, and she was able to really break down the things that was going into my diet. And from that age on, that's when I got real serious about my diet because I knew that it would give me an advantage on the field athletically. And one of the first things that Coach Womack actually taught me is the first thing that pops up on the ingredient is the one that consists of it the most in the product. So just trying to make sure I understand what I'm eating, what I'm reading. And one of the things that I like to go by is If I can't pronounce it, if I can't spell it, then it's probably something that's not supposed to be going into my body. In the morning, it's oatmeal, banana, and a bagel. The day's bagels is loaded. I think they have about 12 grams of protein. For lunch, it's gonna be some type of rice and some variation of a bean or other type of legume like a lentil or something like that.
We are lucky that we do have a vegan cafe on campus, one of the only ones in the US, which again is a huge advantage for him.
And dinners, it would include chickpea pasta. And I think about 25 grams of protein per serving. Double up that serving, so I'm probably getting almost 50 grams of protein from just the pasta alone. Peas actually have a pretty good amount of protein, and it's actually a complete protein, which a lot of plant-based products, they don't do a real good job of having. Sweet potatoes, russet potatoes, marinara sauce, all types of fruits and vegetables, a plant-based recovery drink that I drink after every single practice. Protein almond milk. I usually drink a cup of that along with my protein bar. Get about 30 or 40 grams before bed.
When we're here on the road, again, making sure that he has extra additional food options, leading into the game. Every time we order food or cater food, there's always a note on my to-do list to make sure Kelvin has an appropriate option. The discipline is hard, and that's why I meal prep the way I do, because I feel like if I didn't meal prep, I probably would kind of wing off every now and then, maybe go get some fries.
All summer long, he walked into the building every day with a big stack of Tupperware meals that he prepares every day that he eats. I mean, he's done a great job. There are not a lot of people that could do it. He's a little bit leaner, stronger. His body's now more efficient. He doesn't get as tired as often in between reps or plays because he's a high rep guy for us in a game. He plays a lot of reps, and so his conditioning is very important.
It's not an easy journey to go through, but I feel like it'll pay huge dividends not only in football athletically, but in the long run as well.
And it has worked for him. It's not something that works for everybody, but with his dedication, he's been able to have a lot of success with it.
Hey, Kelbo! Kelbo! If you would have ate some chicken this... Go get in there! If you would have ate some chicken or something, you would have left one.
If you had any wheels, you'd have scored.
He eat meat!
This season, keep your stories interessante, like Dos Equis, the beer whose label inspired the greatest comeback in history.
Authentic Mexican cerveza. 4.2% alcohol by volume. 1 gram protein, 0 gram fat. Yeah, 12 fluid ounces.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
Now open daily, Epic Water's indoor water park is epic in every wave. With 11 slides and attractions under a colossal retractable roof, Epic Water's indoor water park is fun for the whole family, year-round, rain or shine. Buy your tickets at epicwatersgp.com.
And it's over, and a historic win is in the books from Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas, in the 10th meeting all-time between these two. The first win by a North Texas team, 44-17.
We're going to enjoy every single win. I tell our guys that. After a game, I want you to enjoy it, and because winning's challenging. It's not easy to win football games, and so they need to enjoy it. But once they get in that building come Sunday after our workouts and after we get on that tape, we step foot on that practice field, it's time to reset. It's time to get on to our next opponent. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's always good to reset.
They started in the weight room. They had a great day in the weight room with Coach Womack, which kind of gave me an idea that, okay, they're ready to come back and reset, put that one behind them, get off the Kool-Aid. We don't talk about that game anymore. We don't reference it. It's in the past. And so they were totally focused in to get ready for Liberty.
You don't just start doing that when you start having success. By then it's too late. That's something embedded in our culture, something that we continue to stress as coaches.
All right, understand what it's going to take every single week to prepare the right way in order for our results to be exactly what we want them to be.
There's no doubt that we can beat every single team on our schedule, but if we're not prepared the right way, as you've seen, and it just takes a little bit. When you lose a little bit of focus, bad things happen.
It's a difficult process because you get so caught up in the limelight sometimes. You get so caught up in the fame and like, oh, when North Texas did this, but you know what I mean, we got to stay level-headed, you know. We got to keep telling ourselves not to get complacent and just keep moving forward. There's always a 24-hour rule. Like, you have time to celebrate. Of course, enjoy your win, enjoy what you did, but you never want to overlook any opponents you play, you know, because it takes literally this much for you to lose or get your butt kicked every week.
Nothing you did the week before guarantees you any success or failure in the next week. So they're really doing a great job of really buying into, okay, let's reset, let's focus on this day, maximize, and do what we need to do to get ready for the next game.
You know, Liberty's probably going to be the best overall team that we played. No disrespect to any of the other teams, because they were definitely some talented teams. They had some talent on both sides of the ball.
I think offensively, they're averaging over 500 yards of offense. They got very good skill players. Their quarterback is playing at a high level. He manages the game very well. Defensively, they're very aggressive. They make it very hard in the run game. They're going to outnumber you, and a lot of times you're going to have to, you know, win your individual one-on-one battles across the board. Coach Gill, he does an unbelievable job with this program. They have a great staff. So I have a lot of respect for their program, their players.
Liberty has been one of those teams that have been good for a good amount of years. They just converted into a D1 team. So, you know, some guys just looked at Liberty and like, who is that on our schedule? But we can't overlook that just because of what the school is called.
They played, Conference USA team this year and dominated them at home, and went on the road in the Big 12 this past year and beat a good Baylor team. So,
no, as I say, you can get beat at any moment just if you just get too complacent.
Respect every single opponent. You fear none.
The best you've done is this year, and make the plays that come to you. Just make your plays. Make your routine plays. Attack your gap, own your gap, get off blocks, stop the run game. We have to be extremely disciplined, play with great technique, get lined up, pick your leverage, fight for your leverage, and we're gonna have to make some competitive plays on the ball. You do those things, we'll get our takeaways. We'll get off the field on third down. We'll eliminate the big plays. Start fast, twice, and finish.
What do you call a great beer with more taste, only 96 calories, and 3.2 carbs? We call it Miller Lite. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
Now open daily, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park is epic in every wave. With 11 slides and attractions under a colossal retractable roof, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park is fun for the whole family, year-round, rain or shine. Buy your tickets at epicwatersgp.com.
This season, keep your stories interessante, like Dos Equis, the beer whose label inspired the greatest comeback in history.
Authentic Mexican cerveza. 4.2% alcohol by volume. 1 gram protein, 0 gram fat. Yeah, tell 'em, Coach. 12 fluid ounces.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
All right, we talked about it earlier. Selfless, tough, and disciplined for 4 quarters. I want to see us come out and play 4 quarters, all 3 phases together. All right, let's see how great we can be. Everybody's waiting. Give them the ticket, man. Show them what we're all about. Show them who we are and what we're all about. Men, let's go dominate today. Be the most excited team to play for 4 quarters. Overcome adversity through being selfless. We're going to be more physical on them all night long. We're definitely the most disciplined team. That's what we got to do for 4 quarters. It's all out for the man to the left and the right of you. Everybody understand that? Let's go rock and roll, man. Let's go.
After a severe weather delay, we're now about 5 minutes from getting this kickoff and getting this game underway. First meeting ever between North Texas and Liberty. First down the Flame 48, the right hash mark. Left to right in the first quarter. And Mason Fine's first throw is caught by Rico Bussey Jr., almost able to streak up the sideline. He stepped out of bounds at the 31. Lured easily. Standing to Fine's left. Guyton by himself wide right. Play action fake. Throw to the left flat. Caught. And an easy walk-in touchdown by Jalen Darden. And the Mean Green take a 6-0 lead.
You know what I'm saying? I scored. Thankful to my teammates, man. Go Mean Green.
In the pistol, Matthews behind Calvert. And the handoff for a sweep right, cut down like a missile, Brandon Garner.
Kyrie, he's wide!
And lined up at the 27 for a 3rd and 21 now. Slaps his hands together, drops back, and throws one deep into double coverage, and it's incomplete down at the Mean Green 30. Taylor Robinson going back deep in coverage, along with Tyreek Davis.
He's have to run away from me. Hey, what do we do with that?
Chase, they went right here, right there, right now.
I don't know what one did, but yeah.
Yeah, like one went hard inside, and two went
Switch it off. Switch it off. Switch it off.
So you gonna take one?
Yeah, I'm gonna take one.
I was on top of that.
Who did they throw it to?
They threw it to the inside. He just ran a fade and just tried to fade out. That's how they booked it.
Hey, listen, the thing about it is, though, we could have got called Patty Hawkins. You ran over him to go into the ball.
And the snap from the 46. Play action fake to Easley. Steps up, feels heat, throws a strike out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Jalen Guyton makes the catch. You would think they're playing indoors. That's how accurate Mason Fine's been so far. And that it's 3rd and 11. Bussey short side of the field left. Guyton wide side of the field right. Mackey slot right. Snap back. Fine drops back. And heaves into the end zone. Open, caught, touchdown. Rico Bussey Jr. Hell of a play right there. Thought he overthrew that.
Hey, way to run the rock. Good job. Good job. Great job. Great ball. Who was that, Rico? Where's Rico at? Hell of a play. Hell of a catch, man. Had a way to bounce back right there. Good job.
Great defense. So improved from a year ago. Across the board. 12th play of the drive. Handoff Hickson. Slices off left tackle inside the 10. Down inside the 8.
Come on, defense. I need the ball back, D. I need the ball back.
Calvert hoping a quick snap it here. Nope, turns, looks, gets to play again from the sideline. Tight formation. Handoff fake. Throw is intercepted by Muhammad inside the 5. Spins out of a tackle at the 10. Chased by Calvert, who brings him down at the 23-yard line.
I want to keep fighting. That is what I'm for. Boy, Kyrie. Let's go.
Well, Kyrie Muhammad joins that national tie for the interception
All
lead
on one
with
team.
3 each. Brooks, Hall, and Muhammad.
We missed a tackle, and then we didn't seek and read. You understand? That's all they got. You got to play smart. Listen, you're getting every trick play that they have. Okay, you're getting every pump play. You're getting every double move. All right, you're going to get everything they got. That's why it's so important that we get lined up right. We get our eyes right. Get our eyes right, and we keep our eyes right. You understand? All right, that's what it comes through.
Snap back, rolling to his left. Pump fake. Hit as he delivers. Deep up the left sideline. Caught and ridden out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And a play fake. Floater over the middle. Caught back in the end zone. Touchdown.
Listen to me on the stretch play now on the backside corner. You gotta go. That guard goes. You gotta go. You gotta stop messing around with that tackle. All right. When you see everybody just start running, you gotta get off that thing and start chasing now. Make sense?
Good shape, taking over at their 41 on the far hash. Trips left, snap back. Mason Fine will throw deep down the middle of the field. He's got Darden caught inside the 20 and down to the 14-yard line. Trying to add to a 14-7 lead. Tight formation. Snap back, find a keeper around the left side of the 5. Diving, end zone, touchdown. That may be the most impressive drive of the year. 21-7. And head to the halftime locker room to dry off and regroup.
Now open daily, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park is epic in every wave. With 11 slides and attractions under a colossal retractable roof, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park is fun for the whole family, year-round, rain or shine. Buy your tickets at epicwatersgp.com.
This season, keep your stories interessante, like Dos Equis, the beer whose label inspired the greatest comeback in history.
Authentic Mexican cerveza. 4.2% alcohol by volume. 1 gram protein, 0 gram fat.
Yeah, tell him, Coach.
12 fluid ounces.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
The second half, if we're more excited, we'll go dominate. But we got to be the most excited team to play. Running backs, take care of the football. O-line, dominate physically. We got to pound the rock, all right? Go pound the football. Let's dominate it physically. Be the most excited to play. That's why I'm out here. We got on that? See your coaches. Let's go.
Okay, make sure this guy's in the B gap. Guards, be ready. So we push this vertical. We ought to get the edge on. Got it? Center, you got to get the deep bucket and go. The key is get this cut right here. Because they're playing the 3 to the what? To the back. And the backers to the what? Back. What we got to do a great job of is open steps, get your eyes in your gap, and get what? Vertical. And we got to get this backside cut off. Got it?
All right, listen up, man. You're going to come out right now. The most excited team to play, they're going to give you everything they have right now. They're going to give you everything they have right now. Dominate the 8. Finish it off. We finished off a great job in the last 4 minutes of that drive, and you get that momentum and you go and go and go, great things happen. But you got to stay locked in and you got to stay focused. This needs to be the best second half we played thus far. 1 week better. Make sure we maximize this opportunity tonight. Maximize the opportunity to be 1 week better in the second half. All 3 phases together, men. We on the same page? Yes, sir. Let's go. Let this be our best. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's
This is crazy weather. It's been a constant downpour with intermittent lightning. This is going to be a quick rest of the game. It's North Texas up 21-7.
Hard to be explosive in this soggy affair tonight, but boy, we're ready to get going again here.
On 2nd down and 4, Fine has it. No problems on the Mean Green. Snaps from Jose. Handoff. Big room off left tackle. And easily across the 40. Tumbles out of bounds at the 43.
Easily has looked for the big tight end, Kelvin Smith, when it's been a short yardage situation to go ahead and get that first key block.
Mackey stays in, slot left. Give to Easley, heading left, and rides right up the middle of the field into the end zone, untouched. A walk-in touchdown for Easley.
Let's win that ball, boy. Nice. Oh, we got
Right, Bussy left. Easley defines right, second and goal from the 3. High snap, Fine brings it in, hands it off, straight up the middle, standing, touchdown again, Lauren Easley.
It's domination. We've been playing in the rain all week. We went to the water park just to practice.
2nd and goal. Mackey slot right to block. The handoff to Torrey, and he is in, standing up. Touchdown, it's 39-7. This is the only thing that's been missing from the North Texas offense.
So you're saying Chuck Langston might be a guy you want to sit by on the plane tonight, the offensive line coach. He's done a great job getting that unit to turn around.
Snap back, and Nick Smith on the carry has room, cuts it back across the field in a foot race at the 50, at the 40. He's gonna go on his first carry of the game. Nick Smith to the house. 66 yards, 46-7. And the Mean Green will have their 4-0 start and 4 straight 40-plus point performances to begin the season. This one a final, the first meeting ever with the Liberty Flames. 47-7 victory is in the books.
All right, first off, I want to tell you congratulations. Enjoy this victory, and here's why. What we do works. You are the most excited team to play, all right? And you were the most mentally and physically tough. I mean, it shows right there. You were stronger than they were on our core values, selfless, tough, and discipline at the end of that game. What we do works. Tuesday, Wednesday's practices. Yeah, I know, you were sore, you were hot, you were tired. You fought through it. You had a great week of preparation. But what I'm most proud of is you mentally, all right, through all the adversity, you fought through every single one of them, and that's a mature football team. So congratulations to you guys. This is all you, men. This is all about you, all right, because you're the one who has to prepare the right way in everything we do and come in here and do it, all right? So congratulations, men. I'm proud as hell of you. After tonight, we'll get back tomorrow and what? Reset. Reset. I'm ready to get my ass home. I don't know about y'all. Thanks. All right. Break them down, man.
Selfless on 3. 1, 2, 3. Selfless.